Click. Hello. Oh.
Hi.
Oh, hi. Thank you. Hi.
Is Flora with you? Is it Sandra or Flora?
Sandra. Oh, this is Flora. Sandra is Sandra. Oh, wait, Sandra.
Okay. Very nice to see you guys. Okay. I think currently we have around 73 participants. Have you guys used Zoom before?
Yes.
Okay. So, okay, I mean, I think we can more or less start ready. I mean, if you are ready, we can start from here.
Okay, cool. Then I will start share screen then.
Okay.
All right. You guys see it? Hello?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so just hi everyone. So I just want to talk about Australia today, bring a journey to Australia, and in particularly focusing on the cities in the East Coast, which including Sydney, Melbourne, Gold Coast, Brisbane, Cairns and Alpaca Beach. So throughout this presentation, we'll be sort of like bringing through like a few suggested itineraries of each city. Some of them are like 4 days and some of them are about 5 days as well. And you can you feel free to combine it together with different cities if you want, or otherwise you can just do it as a 4-day or 5-day by itself as well. We will also talk about briefly touch base about some of the venues, event venues for the MICE activities, and also a few restaurants as well, just to give you a bit of brief ideas. So to start off the presentation before that, we just want to quickly touch base about the current COVID situation of Australia. As you can see, our government has been trying to keep the number pretty low at the moment. Most of the states have no new cases except Victoria, like Melbourne's slightly a bit higher, and the second one is Sydney. But in general, our government has been trying to implement three stages of strategy, and so make sure that we have a safe physical distance, and also for New South Wales, Victoria, New South Wales, ACT, Northern Territories and South Australia and other states that we've been moving from step 2 to step 3 at the moment. And so there's a lot more restaurants opening, but they also try to make sure that it will be one person per 4 square meters. Events are likely to be able to allow, but it's only probably up to about 25% occupancy. But for Victoria, due to the number is slightly a bit higher than usual, so they are now keeping under as step 2 at the moment.
Sorry to interrupt. We are only seeing the PowerPoint. I think the cover slide, just FYI, in case you have toggled some slides.
Oh, let's see.
I mean, it's not in a presentation mode, so I'm not sure.
Oh, hang on. Let me see.
Yeah.
If I cannot. Yeah, we'll stop share screen and see if it works.
Okay.
What's that there? I should. Yeah. 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 Not yet. So if I share now, they should be able to see it, right? Okay. Oh, this. And share. Can you guys see the presentation screen, or you guys still see?
Yeah, we can see it. Now it's the cover slide. Welcome to Australia. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, I think that's fine now.
All right, sorry guys. And moving on. Okay, so and in terms of what our company been doing, so we've been participating the ATEC COVID Ready program, so which is a program that's pretty much like equipped for the, especially tailored for the tourism industry, so that they can be ready for the COVID, post-COVID, and also it's been following the COVID Ready program, also been following based on the government guidelines as well, like health and safety guidelines to do so. So let's just start talking about the first state, which is Sydney. It is one of the popular destinations in Sydney. And also for Sydney itself, like in terms of weather, like summer is usually warm and hot, and for winter it's slightly a bit mild, and there are rains throughout the years, not so much. And also for Sydney itself, like it's about 20 minutes drive like from the airport to the city itself. And when it comes to Sydney, like people usually will think about like apart from the Sydney Opera House or the Sydney Harbour Bridge, and they will also associate with the famous beaches as well. So for the 5 days itinerary that we will be covering a few places, including such as the Bondi Beach, the famous Blue Mountains, the Pop Seasons, other places like Park as well. So when you on the first day when you land Sydney, then you'll be visiting the famous Bondi Beach, which is only about 7 kilometers away from the city centre. And also, it is also a great place like for people in group like learn to surf, or even individual to do surfing. And it is popular for locals and tourists as well. Moving on, then we will be going to this place called King's Cross, which is also known as the Cross. It is a very, I guess it's a very busy and yet like a lot of things happening during at night with restaurants and nightclubs up to explore around. And then after that, we will be going to the Oxford Street, which is a street that allows you to like to a lot of shoppings, and especially there are a lot of local like boutique shops. Boutique shops that you can buy things as well, like jewelries and clothing. And on the third day, we will take a journey to a 2-hour drive to the famous World Heritage listed Blue Mountain, and you can get to see the 3 sisters in the Katoomba. Throughout this day, we will also, when we're in Blue Mountains, of course, we will also visit the Scenic World, which I will be showing a short video later. As you can see in the Scenic World, like there are different rides for you to experience, like to see, enjoy the views. For example, riding on the steepest railway, and also you can go on the Sky Rail to enjoy to see the panoramic view of the Blue Mountains and 3 Sisters. After we spend some time in Blue Mountains, and we might be able to make our way back to the city, but in between we will stop by Featherdale Wildlife Park, which gives you an opportunity to meet some of the Australian native animals, or like koalas, kangaroos, and you can also have an opportunity to feed them as well, feed the kangaroos if you want to. On the third day, we will take a adventure journey to about less than 3 hours drive to the Port Stephens. It is a place that there are two popular activities to do over there. One of them, as you can see, is to catching a cruise and to see the dolphin, because Port Stephens is actually a home to 150 dolphins there. And then the second thing to do activity is go on a sandboardings, because there are about 26 beaches over in Port Stephens, and also you can see there's a massive sand dunes for you to go on a sandboarding, or even like a four-wheel drive ride as well. After that, we will also visit the Murray Brewings and the chocolate and nougat factory, just to try some nougat and chocolates. On the fourth day, then we will be spending some time just to explore the Sydney city itself, to check out the Sydney harbours, and also like the iconic Opera House and Sydney Harbour Bridge as well. In between, we will also spend some time to visit the Hyde Park, which is actually a beautiful park located at the centre of the cities. And also, of course, we will have some time to visit the Queen Victoria Building and Pitt Street to do some shopping. So the Queen Victoria Building is actually, it's a 19th century building that's located in the central CBD, and there's a lot of shops out there for shops, like including fashion stores or fine dining, food restaurants as well. And Pitt Street is just another big shopping area for you. And for those for those who are interested in coming to Australia for mice or in groups, here are just a list of suggestion activities you can consider. For example, climbs, there is jet boating, or even like a discovery walking tour at the rocks that you can choose from. Or if you have any other special interests, and our team can also help you to tailor-make the itinerary as well. In terms of restaurants, here just a few sample, or like a few restaurants that we usually recommend to our clients, such as I'm Angus in the Hunter Barrow. They're located in the Darling Harbour. They are I think they're popular for eating steaks, and they're award-winning restaurants. And if you look for luxury type of restaurant, then you can go to the Key Restaurant and other restaurants for the fine dining experience. Sydney is also like a nice-friendly places as well, where it has lots of different function venue. So, for example, Sydney Convention Centre, they recently renovated, and the capacity is roughly about 2,500 people. And if you are looking for somewhere different, special, then you can go to Luna Park or the Darling Ballroom at Taronga Zoos. Those they can cater up to 350 people as well. And the other one, special one, will be the Sydney Tower, but it is currently it's still under renovation at the moment. But as you can see, your guests can actually enjoy the beautiful Sydney view up there. If you're looking for something more different, then of course you can always charter a vessel or a yacht, to do a private function for groups as well. In terms of accommodation-wise, we do offer a range of different types of accommodation. Here's just a few usual one that we usually use, such as the Regent Sydney Harbour, Mercure Sydney, 5-star, which is faces Sydney. But if you're looking for something, for example, a boutique hotels or something like a different, anything in particular, our team are always here to help, can do that as well. So leaving Sydney takes about an hour and a half flight, and we will go to Melbourne. Melbourne is a city that, in terms of temperature, is always like you can experience 4 seasons in one day. Melbourne is a place, it's a city that like for so food and coffees. And when you're in Melbourne, as you can see in the photo, you can see there are a lot of little hidden laneways, and there's also some pretty artistic city as well. On top of that, Melbourne is also a place hosts a lot of events. For example, the Australian Open, the Grand Prix, and I'll also talk a few more events later in the presentation. So what to do in Melbourne? Here's the 5 days that we will be covering. I explained the city itself in Melbourne, and then we will be staying the second day in the Sovereign Hill, and after that we're going to the Great Ocean Road, and then the Queen Victoria Market, and we'll go to Phillip Island, and then we'll be departing or to the next city. So as I mentioned before, the first day you'll get some time to explore the city, and also there you can see like lots of beautiful Victorian era architect. And on top of that, you can also do some shoppings because Melbourne has a lot of unique Australian designers. On the second day, we will go on a journey that will bring you to Sovereign Hills. It's a living museum. You feel like you'll travel back in the past to, I think, around 1800s back then. So it's a place that you can do gold panning, like pictures, like to get a first-hand experience. And you will also see like the staff people are all dressed up in different costume as well. There are shops like workshops and little theatres for you to learn the histories about Sovereign Hills as well. And Sovereign Hills is about 19 minutes drive from Melbourne. Moving away from the Sovereign Hills, then we will stop by the Creswick Alpaca farm just to see the cute alpacas, and if you like, you will also get to feed them as well. On day 3, we will go on a scenic drive journey to the Great Ocean Road. It is very beautiful scenery place, so make sure to get a camera. And then it's only about few hours drive away from Melbourne City. And on the way, you stop by some places, for example, maybe Gorge, take some photos, and you can also see some wildlife on the way, depends on where you stop at. And of course, in the end, you'll get to see the as well. On day 4, and it will be start of your day to visit the Queen Victoria Market, which is which we operated for 140 years. There's about 600 small business there. A great place for you to discover the fresh produce, the gourmet food, and clothing and souvenirs as well. After that, we'll start making our journey to Phillip Island, but beforehand, we will actually stop by the Maru Koala and Animal Park, which is for you to pet some of the Australian animals, kangaroos and wallabies. And after that, it's about 15 minutes drive, then we will go to the Phillip Island. It is about 78 kilometres away from Melbourne. It is Phillip Island is a very popular day trip as well. It's a home to the famous penguin colony, where visitors can witness the penguin parade, and little penguin can come ashore in groups at sunset. You'll probably discover some of the wildlife as well there. And if you're looking for something different, you can also consider Puffing Billy Railways. It is like a heritage railways steam train, and you can have the option of dining there as well if you like say dining lunch, and you sit in the train to enjoy the scenery. And for those who are interested in wine, then we recommend you to go to Hacienda at Yarra Valley. It is like Yarra Valley is actually pretty famous for winery. You get to check out the beautiful vineyard, do a lot of wine tasting to learn about wine, and also we feel like you can dine in there as well. If your clients are coming in September and October, there's actually a Tesla Tulip Festival for those who love flowers, and there's also entertainment and food offer on site as well. And if you're coming to Australia during the winter time, then you can go to the Mount Buller snowfields, which is about 3 to 4 hours drive from Melbourne. Whether or not you know how, like if you're a beginner skier, like to ski, or you are a professional one, like, you know, there's always something for you to do over there. You can learn skiing in there. And in terms of like group activities, here are just some of the activities that our clients do in the past, like for example the bubble soccer challenge team. So as you can see in the photo, like they just dress up like the big soccer ball, and then you go on the matches, like which is about 10 to 15 minutes per match, and you play in rotation. And for those who are looking for something creative, then you can consider like this Lego challenge. So you separate in teams, and then you just in teams to do like use your creativity to build something to meet the challenge, and which is quite fun. In terms of Melbourne restaurant, a few suggestions for so first one is Flower Drum, which is actually a Chinese restaurant, but it's very famous restaurant with delicious food with a good reputation. And if you're looking for something Western, like a steak, and you can go to Meat and Wine Co. It is a restaurant where the dining is Afrocentric, and usually a lot of people love to eat, like to eat steak there. Or if you're looking for something in fine dining, then you build one for because they have like good atmosphere, and yeah. Melbourne is also another place that there's also have different function venue as well. As you can see, the first one is Centre Melbourne, which is there are up to about 700 people, and the second one is the Melbourne Cricket Ground. Someone who loves watching sports, and after you can also go to the event room as well to make functions. And also, of course, there's also Melbourne Convention Exhibition Centre, which can hold capacity up to 5,500 people. There's lots of different function venue for you. If you look for something unique or different, then Eureka's Dark Skyjack may be an option for you, so you can enjoy the Melbourne city skyline, and its capacity is up to about 400 people. In terms of Melbourne accommodation, here just a few suggestions. For example, like the 3-star, we have the Victoria Hotel, and for 4-star, we have Rota in Batman Hills, or Rendezvous Hotels Melbourne. They're pretty spacious. Also, if you're looking for a bit more luxury, then Crown Town Melbourne will be an option for you. It also the hotel also linked to like lots of shopping, as well as there's a casinos there as well. So moving away from Melbourne, let's just go to Brisbane, the capital of the Sunshine State, and it's also a city that with lots of like outdoor activities, like the national park, the beach, and it's a family-friendly destination. And for the Brisbane in general, like it's about 20 minutes ride from the airport to the city. And in terms of climate, it's pretty much, it has a tropical climate that with a warm or hot weather for most of the year. And in summertime, there might rain. In Brisbane, we'll be visiting a few areas such as the Tangalooma Resort. We'll spend some time in there, and we will also spend some time in go visit the Story Bridge, the South Bank, the Mount Coota Lookout, and also the Long Pine Koala Sanctuary. When you first arrive Brisbane, and we will be visiting the Fortitude Valley, which is the center of the Brisbane nightlife. And it is also Australia's first dedicated entertainment district and contribute a hive of activities. There's a lot of restaurants, and at night, a lot of nightclubs. A lot happening at night. And then not too far away from Fortitude Valley is the James Street. It's a great place for you to do some shopping and dining because there's a range of like design showrooms, boutique shops for you as well. After doing some shopping, visiting those two places, then we will go to New Farm. As you can see in the pictures, it's a very beautiful park, and it is one of the Brisbane's oldest and largest park. A lot of local family friends love to do picnic or just relaxing in the park during the weekend as well. After that, we will be traveling, go on a cruise, like about 75 minutes from Brisbane, then going to the Tangalooma Resort. So I'm just going to show you a quick video of what other activities. So as you can see, there's a lot of activities that you can do in the Tangalooma Island. And moving on, the next day we will be going to the Mount Coota Lookout. So it's a popular destination that you can view Brisbane. From the top, you can see the beautiful city view, and after that you will be going to a place called Long Pine Koala Sanctuary. It allows you to have a chance to cuddle koala, and Queensland is the only state that allows you to cuddle koala, so don't miss out the opportunities. After that, we will be moving on to the visit the Brisbane City, the Eagle Street Piers. As you can see, it is like a beautiful waterfront pre-street with precinct with the world-class dining venues, and you can also see the Story Bridge is over here. So if you have guests that would like to climb the Story Bridge, then it is available for you to climb and allows you to see Brisbane from a different angle. And then we will be moving on to South Bank, which is actually located at the southern banks of the Brisbane River. It's a place that, there are world-class theatres, arts, educational institutes, and you can also see there's the parklands, and there are also lots of world-class dining restaurants as well. And for people can also do a kayak at the Brisbane River as well. On the last day, you'll be visiting the Queen Street Mall, which is a great place for people to do shopping. It is located at the centre of Brisbane City. For restaurants, we do have a few recommendations, such as if you're interested in Asian food, then Sateria Malaysian Chinese restaurant is the place to go to. Or if you look for some winery, then Wine and City Winery Brisbane is a place to do because it's like an urban winery place. There's also winery tours available, wine tasting available as well in there. And if you are seafood lovers, then the George Paragon Seafood Restaurant it's a good choice to go there. It is with pretty good reviews on the internet and also a bit of review. It's very popular. And otherwise, you can go to Blackbird Brisbane for another nice restaurant experience. For Brisbane function venue, because a lot of Brisbane hotels usually have function event rooms. So, and if you're looking for something different, then you can consider the Brisbane Convention and Exhibition Centre, which they have 44 functional meetings and event spaces to do different types of meetings or events. And in terms of Brisbane accommodation, we do have from 3-star to 5-star available as well, and these are the ones that are actually located at the centre of Brisbane, such as the Park Hotel Brisbane, Mercure Brisbane, or for 5-star there's a Capri Park Races. And then after that we will take a short drive to Gold Coast. It is the place that people, when they think of Gold Coast, they think of about the theme parks and also the beaches as well, and also their laid-back culture. Gold Coast, we can spend about 5 days in there. We will be spending some time in the Ramadan Resort, and then after that, of course, you get some time to your free time to be at the SeaWorld or the movie world, and then we will go to the harbour town centre, and after that, day 5, you're moving on to the next city. So for Ramadan Resort, it's located it's a bit further from Gold Coast. It's a beautiful countryside. It has about 100 comfortable accommodation rooms. There's lots of activities for guests to do in the resort, such as the first one will be the koala habitat and tour. Just a tour that allows guided tours that allows the koala habitat around the resorts, and you will also stop by a real Aussie pub for you to try some of the wines as well as the Australian draft beers. And the second one will be the golf buggy kangaroo tour. As you can see, you will be on a buggy and enjoying a guided tour to look at the local kangaroos at the golf course. Oh, so the guests will actually drive the buggy by themselves as well, which is even better. On the third activities is the Aussie Master Show that allows you to learn more about sheep shearing, whip packing, or damper facilities, boomerang throwing, cow milking, or sheep feeding. Or you can also and the other activities do the bush dancing and campfire to learn about to enjoy about the real Australian experience. After that, we will spend some time at your own leisure in the theme parks, and then we will be going to the Sky Point observation deck. So this photo you can see is the view from the Sky Point observation deck. That's it's only about 6 minutes walk from the Central Suburb Paradise. And on the last day, we will get to visit the Harbour Town outlet, which is one of the Gold Coast, Australia's largest shopping centre. That's allowed. They have more than 240 stores and some good discounts, and which is also 15 minutes away from the Service Paradise. For team building activities, of course, like you can do and learn to surf at the Gold Coast, well, or otherwise you can go on a luxury cruise to watch a sunset as well. And in terms of like the restaurants, for Gold Coast, they have hard work cafes that allows you to enjoy like some of the music, and it's like a theme restaurant. Otherwise, you can go to the BMD Northcliffe Surf Club, which with the iconic beachside location and very nice atmosphere. And if you after something a bit more different, like another theme restaurant, you can go to the Bahrain Hall restaurant, which is like a German restaurant. As you can see, like even the decoration, the atmosphere, they all pretty much like Germans. And the other restaurant will be the Kiyomi Japanese restaurant. It is a nice high-end restaurant in there, and also and some award as well. It's pretty popular. For the functions wise, like there will be a few different ones apart from the Gold Coast Convention Centre and Exhibition Centre. There, which there are 18 meeting rooms in there, and then the other one, a special one, would be the Miami Makita. So there are about 25 food vendors there. But if you can actually you can actually use the whole street to do events if you want. And otherwise, there are Corimba Wildlife Sanctuary, which is actually a place that you can meet in Australia. A lot of Australian native animals, and they also have a function area that can cater up to 150 people. Or alternatively, it's the SeaWorld Resort and Conference Centre, which for larger event capacity is roughly about 950 people as well. And for Gold Coast, like here are some suggestions for the accommodations, such as the Island Gold Coast, the Vocal Gold Coast, and White Gold Coast. They're all central located, very convenient locations. So moving on, we will be going to Cairns, which is so for the weather, Cairns, I have two distinct weather. So they have the wet seasons and dry seasons. And also Cairns is actually a gateway to Queensland's tropical north as well. So during the summer, it's a bit hot and humid. And then for winter, it's and dry. When we arrive Cairns, we will be visiting places such as the mangrove or the Cairns Botanical Garden. And then we will spend, the next day we'll spend some time to visit the Great Barrier Reef. And on the third day, we will visit a beautiful Panorama Park and also the Tropical Skywalk, and we will make our way to the Lake Vine. Day 4, we will be spending some time in exploring Corinda. Then we will be depart to the next city or make your way home. So when you arrive Cairns, like not too far away from the airport, it's the Mangrove Boardwalk, where you can learn about the unique tropical mangroves and salt marshes of Australia. And then after that, you will go into the Cairns Botanical Garden, where it's the only wet tropical botanic gardens in Australia. You can explore the beauty of the tropical plants and learn about the tropical flora. After that, we're going to just stop by to Esplanade, a popular place for you to local people as well, like leisure, and to take some photos as well. On day 2, we'll go on a cruise like to see the Great Barrier Reef. It is a cruise that you will spend about 4 hours on the reef. There are lots of free activities, including snorkeling, and you can also, it's a glass bottom boat, so you can go downstairs to see the fish, the sea animals as well. And also apart from that, there's also activities for kids, and you can and also as well as there's a tropical buffet lunch as well. And if you want something extra, there are, of course, you can do scuba diving and walker, as you can see in the photo. It's something that if you have someone that like they're not too comfortable like swimming, then they can go on this sea walker wearing a helmet. Then you walk underneath the water in the platform to get like close encounter with the sea life. And if also another optional extra add-on is the scenic helicopter that you can consider. Next day, we will make a journey to this beautiful Panorama Park, which is the park that won a lot of awards, and also it was built by a Spanish streamer. I'm just quickly going to show you a video about it.
I'm sorry, Sandra? Hello? Hi, Sandra. This is Anne. Can you hear me? You might want to click sharing sound. Otherwise, there's only video. There's no sound for your video. There is an option you can choose from the sharing screen. Yeah, you might want to stop sharing first and then click it again. And then there is an option there.
Okay. So new share. And can you hear it now, or you still can't hear it?
Still no sound.
Still no sound.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not sound good. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Share screen. Share. Yeah.
Vanilla Park, nestled in the heart of tropical North Queensland, is a timeless escape for the whole family and an opportunity to peer into the heart and soul of a pure romantic visionary, Jose Paranello.
Can't see anything on the screen now.
Pardon?
Yeah, we can hear the sound, but we can't see anything on the screen. So there's a checkbox at the bottom left that you can click share sound as well.
It's my hair. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Go back. Oh yeah, shit. Go back in. Yeah. Straight to. Yeah. What is that? Okay. Yeah. But this sound, yes, sound. Yeah. Does it work or no?
Yes, we can see your screen, but there's no sound. And you are showing the speaker view, so we can see 2 slides.
Oh.
Maybe you need to change the display setting over here. So
Oh.
yeah, then it should you can select as I think single view or something like that.
Okay. Yeah. Display settings.
Yeah, maybe you either you choose duplicate slide view, which you can see one in case you're having extended screen. That means you will have both the screens showing the same thing. If not, then you do the swap presenter view and slideshow. Then it will change the view. That means your extended screen one will show the presenter view and the other one will show the speaker view.
I should do this way.
Yeah. Now we can see, we can see it.
Can you hear anything?
No. I think when you share screen, I think you didn't check there was a small little box at the bottom left at the share screen window. You need to check it to say that for you to share volume control.
Share volume control.
Yeah, let me see.
No,
No.
I think that's it.
Yeah,
I think that's the last. Yeah, maybe I will just send it. Yeah. I might I'll send the presentation to you guys later so that you guys can hear the video and the sound.
Sure, no problem. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah. But now you can see the presentation as a present mode, right?
Exactly.
Okay, cool. And I'll just go. Sorry.
No, it's
you. Moving on, we'll be going to Tropical Skywalk. It is a place that you can enjoy a close view with the rainforest plants. Yeah. And after that, we'll be going to the Miller Falls, a great place for taking photos, which is also a very popular place for people just put pictures on social media as well. And it is a ideal place for people going picnic. Then we will be going to Curtin Fig Trees, where to see trees which is approximately more than over 3,500 years old. You can walk around the curtain tree. Then we will be going to the Lake Marion, which is a volcanic that's surrounded by the rainforest. Tourists and locals like to visit the wildlife spottings, picnics, trekking, and hiking around the volcano. Yeah, this is a lot of areas. So for Corando Village, it is, so the last day we'll be going to Corando Village, a place that like you will start off your day like going on, go on a Corando Scenic Railway to explore around, and then there's also Sky Cableway as well, and lots of different restaurants for you to. And I will just it's actually a video, but I guess maybe it's better if I send you the presentation so you can see the video with sounds as well. So after that, you'll be going on Army Duck, where like there will be a guide to bring you around like to the rainforest, both land and water, and then you will learn about different species about flora and fauna. For groups activities, you can consider going to a Tropical show part. There's Tropical by night and Tropical by day. It is a place where you can learn about Aboriginal culture, activities like dancing, or like, learn about the bush food, the bush medicines. You'll experience like a digital presentation, so the boomerangs. So the capacity-wise, at night it's about 200 people max, and during the day it's about 550 people. Alternatively, for group activities, you can go on a day excursion to Cape Tribulation or Mossman Gorge tour. So you travel on an air-conditioned coaches to Cape Tribulation. You can see like the rainforest reef and find some of the oldest rainforests in the world. And you will, on this day, you will be visit the Mossman Gorge in Daintree, take a cruise, enjoy lunch, then visit Daintree ice cream, and before returning back to restaurants. Here's just a few recommendations, such as the Bushfire Flame and Grill. So people actually grill the food and then they can bring up and serve it to you. And then the other one, if you want something close to waterfront, then the Dundee's on the waterfront be a good option. Or you can go to the Salt House or Orchard Restaurant, Harbour Lights for some of the nice fine dining restaurant. Okay. And in terms of the Cairns venues, apart from the Cairns, which cater up to about 400 people, you can also do events or have rainforest park, which you can some dancing, and there's some food as well. Capacity-wise, it cater up to 700 people or something. And another unique one will be the Game of Forest that cater up to 800. Oh, and if you want a different, like another function will be the tank which about cater about 400 people. So for Cairns Accommodation, a few suggestions will be Novotel Cairns, Oasis Resort, or Cairns Colonial Club Hotels. So for the 4-star option, and for the 5-star option, it will be the Shangri-La Cairns Marina or the Hilton Cairns. Last place we would just like to touch base about is the Whitesunday and Alley Beach. As you can see from the Whitsundays, the Alley Beach is actually here. So it's actually a 4-day itinerary. So you like catch a ferry to the island, visit the Great Barrier Reef, and you go to Alley Beach to, and then you'll go back to the hotel. After that day, you go to the Whitesunday. And then on day 4, you would start the hotel. So the Whitesunday Islands is actually a collection of 74 islands of different sizes. Some of the islands are habitable and 2 famous inhabitable. So for example, there are Hamilton, there's also Alpaca as well. And the famous thing to do in there, you can also see this photo, it's one of the famous photos to start with. And Alpaca is actually a relaxed Australian resort town in Queensland, and it is a gateway to Whitesunday Islands and Great Barrier Reef. And there are many things to do in there, including ranging from from sailing, diving, or even skydiving if you want to. There are also many different boutique shops and festival restaurants for you around the area for you to try. And you can also relax at Alpaca Lagoon. Whitehaven Beach is a place, as you can see, it's a pristine, award-winning beaches, and it is about 7 kilometers long, with lots of white sand for you, and it's a beautiful place. So that's it, pretty much. If that's the last slide, but as I said before, if all these itineraries, we are pretty flexible. You can mix and match together. You can combine Sydney, Melbourne together, or Brisbane to Cairns together, or we can tailor make for your needs. And do you guys have any questions about it?
Yep. Thank you very much for the presentations. Does anyone have any questions? Maybe we can see in the chat box. Yes, I think Nikki Verma from India has a question on what is the average lunch and dinner price in Indian restaurants. Do they provide buffet meal or sit-in service? Maybe Flora, do you have any idea on it?
Oh, yeah, like it's vary from 25 up.
So it varies. It's from average from $25 to $50. So it really depends on types of restaurant that you go to. But if you want a list and some suggestion, our teams can give you some suggestion on the Indian restaurants.
Okay, so basically, is it buffet meal or is it a sit-in service?
It's a buffet style.
All right, Ken. So does anybody has any more questions for our Tour East Australia team? I guess maybe if in case you all have any questions, you all can reach out to Tour East Australia. I can share with you their email contact. Anyway, if not, we will also have another session, which is the part 2 of this. That will be on the 15th of July, same time, 1 p.m. Singapore time. So if not, then see you then. Thank you guys for attending. Thanks, Laura.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a nice day. Bye.
Bye.